Okay, so let's start off by talking about our inversion names. Now, this is something that we've kind of hinted at a little bit, but we haven't really kind of focused in on defining the inversion names and why we call them that. Inversion names are named by a number. And so what we're going to see is something like, um, 164 chord. So that 6/4 is what tells us the inversion name. That's telling us the inversion. That 6/4 isn't telling us anything about the notes in the chord. It's only telling us about the order of the chord. Now, this is one of the really important things to wrap your head around here. So let me get some text up here. Okay, so when we notate the inversion, it looks kind of like this. Let me zoom in on this a little bit here. Okay, so 164. That tells us it's a 1 chord in a 6/4 inversion. I'll tell you how to make the 6/4 inversion in just a second. So this kind of notation goes with Roman numerals. It does not go with chord names. If I did this, C6/4, totally different. That means something completely separate. That means a C with a 6 in it, and having a 4 underneath it just kind of doesn't make sense. It might look like this or something like that, in which case we would have a C with a 6 in it, which would be an A, and a 4 in it, which would be an F. That would be a super weird chord. So we use this 6/4 with Roman numerals, but not with chord names. So if you see a number after a chord name, it's telling you what notes to put in it. If you see a number after a Roman numeral, it's telling you how to order those notes. So why does this matter? It matters because pretty soon in this very class, we're going to start talking about figured bass. And in figured bass, sometimes all you get is the inversion. And you have to figure out what chord it is. It's a kind of a lost art, this figured bass stuff. We'll talk about it when we get there. Figured bass is tricky, but it's something that like every music theory student has to go through and learn how to do. To be honest, it wasn't my favorite part of music theory ever. But we're going to learn how to do it. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it because, like I said, it's kind of a lost art, but it is important. So just remember that is how our inversion names work. Now let's talk about what this 6/4 means and how we derive it. So let's go to a new video and let's talk about how we name the 3 inversions of a triad.